So you have proven funnel. People are buying from you. People see your offers and they decide to buy because you are able to build trust with them, because you are able to nurture them, because you have amazing testimonial, amazing results, right? And you are trying to figure out how you can get more people seeing those funnels because they perform so well. So if you don't know me, my name is Joanna Szewczuk and my clients come to me to scale their business. So they already have offers that convert, and they just need to scale it. They just need more people see their content. And the first question is Pinterest going to bring me the right leads, people who are going to buy, right? So let's start from decision-making process. So the first thing is person is not aware that they have a need, right? And they can find your ad, they can find a post, organic post on social media where something will trigger them, something will interest them, right? And that first thing that triggers them is something that they remember the most. And if they feel like that's something that they want to buy right now, they're gonna do their research, they're gonna or buy on the spot, right? If the offer is so compelling, they're just gonna buy right away. Most cases, 7 out of 8 people will not make decision on the spot, but the thing will stay in their head, right? That the triggers, oh, that's interesting, right? So they're gonna remember about it, and when there's the time when they feel like, okay, that's something that I need, they're gonna do more research. Of course, they're gonna remember the company that they saw first that was offering that. So when you look at different platforms, let's start with Pinterest, because let's start with Pinterest as first. Pinterest, first of all, is a search engine, right? But it also is a social media platform. So people who are on Pinterest, the Pinterest basically have all those pins. So you open Pinterest, you have the feed. Feed consists of the content of people that you follow. That's number one. Number two is something that is currently trending. So let's say it's gonna be Easter soon. So there's gonna be way more like Easter recipes or like bunny pictures, anything that's like Easter related. And then the third part are Pinterest ads. So that's what your feed consists of. And then, so that's what you see. So when you come to Pinterest, you either just scroll bluntly through your feed, or you go to search bar and you look for specific information. And that information can be how to make a tomato soup, or how can I make $10,000 from home, or how to run profitable Facebook ads, or how to respond to how to send a follow-up email, right? Whatever information you are at this moment trying to find, whether you are a copywriter, whether you help people with ads, whether you help people make more money, maybe you're a business coach, doesn't matter who you are. If you are offering someone something that makes them more money or make them happier, people are going to look for that. So when people come to Pinterest, you have very good chance that you're gonna meet them at the very early stages, because people come to Pinterest to discover new ideas, right? They they do follow, right? They save content that's interesting for them, and that's what Pinterest shows them more of, right? They follow different boards, they follow different people, and they have a chance to see different content. So that's the first thing. So now when you know how Pinterest algorithm works, when you know how you can show up on top of search results, when you know how you can pop up in the feed of your ideal clientele, even if they don't follow you, then you are going to outperform those people who have no clue how it works. And between me and you, 97% have no idea how Pinterest algorithm works. And I didn't introduce myself properly. I have been reaching over 10 million people on Pinterest for a long time. I was reaching 1 million people over 10 years, over 2 years ago. Oh my god, I'm going too far. I only had 200 followers. So you don't have to have a huge following in order to reach a lot of people. So I set up my Pinterest account January 2017. First 10 months, I have no clue what I was doing. I was reading different ebooks, I was listening to gurus, but none of it makes sense, none of it worked. So I decided I figured it out on my own. Then in October, I had boiled it down to my 4-step system, and I implemented it. And then November, so October, I had like 700 visitors on my site. Then November, once I implemented my strategy, once I also developed my Pinterest automation to pin me up, that was repinning my content. In November, my traffic grew from 700 to 3,300. And then in December, I had 8,500 people on my website. So 12 times the amount of traffic I had before. Just because I put in those 40 hours and I implemented my strategy, and that's it. And my traffic grew ever since. Like last December, I had 40,000 visitors. Right now, January, February, we are in the coronavirus. Of course, traffic's going down, so it's around 20,000, right? But it's all like a residue that comes from like 3 years ago, right? 2.5 years ago when I set it all up. So you set it up once, you automate it, and it's done. So my Pin Me Up does all the repinning for me. I have to spend 0 time in order to get this traffic from Pinterest, because my content shows up on top of search results in Pinterest, many keywords in Google as well. So that's what helped you with that. And at the point where I had like 200 followers, I was reaching million people, 10,000 were landing on my site, right? So the way it works, it's a search engine, right? So it doesn't really matter how many followers you have. If you are sharing content that people are engaging with, you're getting boosted. So there are some specific things that you need to have right in order for it to work, and I can teach you how to do it. I have a course, I have a done for you offer. But let's talk about all those other platforms. And the meritum of this video, at the end I'll give you a link where you can reach out to me and where you can watch how my system works. So basically that's how Pinterest works, right? It's a search engine, so people find you when they are looking for you. So it's not like when you're getting an email from someone, or like you're getting a DM on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, right? Someone sends you an email and they pitch your offer. If they pitch you like, you know, in a way that they personalize the offer and they say, these are gonna be the benefits for you, right? I see what you're doing here with my offer, that's the results you could get, right? Based on, let's say, results my clients are getting. That's personalized, that's, you know, something I would definitely read and respond to. But most of the time people just send, you know, hey, this is my stuff, do you want it? And they try to convince you that you should buy their stuff. And of course, very, very small amount of people will do, but of course it's a math, right? So you send 200 emails like that, you're gonna get a client. If you don't, then something's wrong with your copywriting. You probably should hire a copywriter, because even if your product, service is complete waste of someone's time, it's just plain math, right? So the better your copy, the better your offer, you can get better results. But if you're not getting a client after sending 200 emails, something's wrong with your offer or your copy, so you need to work on that. And another thing is you need to reach a lot of people, right? When you want to reach people, sending them emails, sending them DMs, it's all connected to your time, right? You have to send those messages, you have to find the address, right? You need to know what you're sending, so it's a very, very time-consuming process. Whilst if you promote on Pinterest and you show up high on top of search results, people can find you easily, right? So it's way better to be in search engine, easily findable, especially that not only people can find you, but you can also target them, right? So if you know who is your target audience, even if they don't follow you, there is a way to show up, to start triggering them, like the same way you do it with ads, right? People decide to invest in like Facebook ads because they know that Facebook organic reach is very, very small, right? It's limited. You can only have like 5,000 friends. Out of those 5,000 friends, only 5% people will see your content, right? Which is not ideal. You don't want to have 200 people see your content or 300 people see your content. You'd rather have thousands of people see your content, right? And even if you build like a big brand on some social media, I don't know, like 200, 500,000 followers on Instagram, right? It's not a platform where people search for solution. People come there straight for entertainment, right? They are bored, they are trying to find something that's like take their mind or their work or whatever is going on in their life, right? So they are not coming there because they have a problem that they need to solve right now, okay? So you can find clients there, of course, but it's time consuming, right? You don't build a 500 following in 40 days, right? And then out of this 500 following, how many people are actually watching your stories? 50,000, 100, and then how many are clicking on your links, right? Maybe 1,000, 3,000, 10,000, that's it, right? But it's very, very time consuming process. You have to produce content all the time. But if you are already doing that, right? So if you already have a Instagram account that is working well. Like Instagram for me works very, very well in terms of branding, right? Because the way you show up on Facebook, the way you show up on Instagram, the way you show up on LinkedIn is a completely different person, more or less, right? You do not post the same thing that you post on Facebook on LinkedIn, and the other way around. So Facebook and Instagram, I would say, are one of the best platforms for growing your brand, because you can reach a lot of people, and then they can trust you, right? So that's the thing that you want, right? But in order to find the people who are right in the moment searching for the solution that you desire, that they desire, then you need to be in search results. So you have 3 search engines, right? Google, YouTube, and Pinterest. Google, time consuming, expensive if you want to show up high on top of search results. You need to build those backlinks, you need to have authority. When you open site, it's not gonna be on first page of Google next day. It's gonna take you months or years, right? So it's a very time consuming process, so no one really starts with Google SEO at the very beginning. And usually people would like go to influencers, right, to promote their content, because they already have built a brand. So building a brand is definitely the first thing that you should focus on. And when it comes to YouTube, you only reach people who are searching for the information on YouTube, right? So if they come to Google, yes, if your video is very well positioned, they can find on Google your YouTube video, but mainly they have to be on YouTube. Whilst on Pinterest, you can actually boost and basically like pour gasoline on the fire of all your content that you have everywhere. So for every Facebook post, for every Instagram post, for every LinkedIn post, every YouTube video, every blog post, every landing page, every freebie page, anything that you have, you can connect pins that will send people there, right? Because people don't come and look for you. They don't go and Google Joanna Szewczyk. They look, how can I scale my business? How can I get traffic from Pinterest? How can I get leads from Pinterest, right? That's what they're searching for. And then my content is the response to that, right? I provide them information how they can get this result. So that's what they're finding, and that's what they're interested in. So I hope this was useful. I hope you have a better understanding of whether you can find your ideal clients and proper leads on Pinterest. People are searching for everything, and you don't have to think about it as a business to business sort of thing, okay? Like my friend, he has an AI company, and his main clientele are owners of restaurants. So he has a company in Miami, and he does like those 3D menus. Now he says that he goes basically from a restaurant to a restaurant, and he shows them like that's how in 3D your menu can look like. So when your customers come, they just look through iPad, and they see everything in 3D. And this is really cool, awesome, right? It's something new, something like doesn't happen normally, right? So his ideal clientele are owners of restaurants, and he was talking to me, but like on Pinterest it doesn't make sense, right? Because owners of restaurants are not there. I'm like, think about it. Like number one thing that you can find on Pinterest is food. Who is going to be on Pinterest if not people who are interested in food? Like everyone is interested in food, right? So it doesn't matter whether you are targeting an owner, because they can be on Pinterest. They can find for information, how can I make my restaurant more profitable, right? What they can look for articles that are relevant. So if you create content that's very relevant for your niche, that solves your niche problem, definitely worth to have your content on Pinterest. So if you want to know how you can get 10,000 people coming from Pinterest to your website, reaching the right audience, people who are searching for your solutions, people who are wanting to solve their problem right now, I have this very short video, it's 15 minutes, you can watch it, where I walk you step by step my 4-step system. That's what I implemented for myself back in November. It's a 40 hours thing. You set it up, automated, and you're done. And my client Anna, she didn't have a Pinterest account at all back in December, and in January she started my course, and within 6 weeks of her setting up her account, she was reaching already 100,000 people, and that was before she even posted her pins that lead to her content, because the setup are 4 stages, right? It's a create, grow, manage, and automate. So in the create, we're not putting pins, we're creating a profile that's attractive, they're gonna, you know, grab attention of your ideal audience. Then we're growing it, we need to get you those right targeted followers, right, who are going to engage with your content. Then in manage, only in the third step, we are adding the content that people want to see, because now they follow you, so now they are able to see it. And then in automate, we are automating the whole process, right, with my tool Pin Me Up. So go watch that video. You can see the results that Anna is getting, other clients are getting. It's a very simple system. So if you have a process where, you know, leads come in and the money comes out, then definitely that's something that you should pay attention to, because there is a whole new market of people who are searching for you. So if you don't show up for them, either your competition will be there, or they're just not gonna find the answer, right? And you have the ability to, first of all, trigger their need that they don't even know they have, they don't even know your solution exists. And second of all, when they have the need, you can be the first person that they find. So if you already created tons of useful content, if you already have great testimonials, great results that other people really want to get as well, why not show it to everyone that possibly can benefit from it, right? And get the right clients, the clients who want to buy, the clients who want to get the results, the clients who are searching for it. And so that, you know, you basically want to have as big of a pool of potential clients so that you can choose them. So you don't have to settle, okay, I need to make this amount of money because I just need, right? I have my expenses. And then you settle and you work with non-ideal clients. So if you don't want to work with non-ideal clients, you want to be working with people who are really in a need to work with you, then definitely Pinterest is a good solution for you. But I don't recommend to do it, try to do it on your own, trying to reinvent the wheel and spending a year like I did, trying to figure it all out, because there is a shortcut, and you can use this shortcut. So go watch this video on pinmeup.com/growth. I'll link it under the video as well, pinmeup.com/growth. And if you know someone who can benefit from this video, please make sure to share it with them. I really enjoyed making this video for you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.